Hey folks, welcome once again to what is sure to be a very special episode of SwillinGrog's Wonderful World of Beer. I'm joined today by none other than beer reviewing legend Jez down in New South Wales. And we're having a look at a real Japanese beer. Sapporo Gold Star, which comes in at 5% alcohol by volume. Yes, and it's brewed and canned in Japan by Sapporo. I think it was introduced in 2019. Now, what's interesting about this one is that it's not actually classified as a beer there. It's a near beer. Now, I did try some of these back in Japan in 2018. They were very easy to procure there and very cheap. Yeah, they use less than 67% malt, so they get around a tax category and they can be sold at a reasonable price. Now, this one, like I said, was introduced, I believe, in 2019, and it uses like the malts of the regular Sapporo, and I think the hops of Yabisu, which is another brand of theirs. But yeah, both Jez and I have got our hands on it, so we're most keen to check this yeah, authentic Japanese brew out. Yeah.
So what did you call it before? It is, g'day everyone, how's all going? And thanks for the intro. I wouldn't say legend, just I'm a bit of a hack. But anyway, what were you calling? We call it hapashu. How did you pronounce it?
Hapashu. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
And I must say, just going on here, I have reviewed one years ago, Suntory Magnum Dry.
Yeah.
I reviewed Suntory Magnum Dry on the 28th of September 2012. And I still get cold sweats during the middle of the night just thinking about it.
That's the one. Anyway,
I think that was brewed in China. I mean, it seemed like a Japanese product, but it was actually brewed in China. Yeah,
it was something like that. Yeah, wasn't on Japan.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you're not going to find this in Dan Murphy's or First Choice, sadly. We both ordered it from old Richmond Cellars down in Melbourne, and they were kind enough to ship it up to New South Wales and Queensland. Rightio.
Yes.
Yes, I think it's a 350 ml can. Yeah, and like you were pointing out, Jez, it's got the braille on it here.
So, yeah, very common. The Japanese beers.
How about we crack this one open and pour it out?
Righto, let's crack it open.
All right.
Well, that's a great crack.
Pour it out into a Spiegelau glass for this momentous occasion. It's been a while since we've done a collab.
Yeah, we were just saying off camera, geez, time just flies by. It would have been at least 4 years or more, wouldn't it? And I'm using this glass, as you would have seen.
That's a nice glass.
Actually, one of my wedding glasses. So I use.
Fun fact: Mr. and Mrs. SwillinGrog were there at my wedding.
Well, what do you have to say about the appearance, Jez?
Well, yeah, being the style it is, we know it's going to be a bit lighter on colour. I'd say I haven't got the greatest light here, but it looks
very
pretty clear. Yeah, very clear. I've got at least 2 finger of head here, very white head, and it's holding. It's a very light. I don't know, it's hard my light, but I don't know. I'm thinking is it a straw or is it pale?
Yeah,
it's hard to tell from here, but it does, like the appearance. It does look pretty appetizing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Onto the aroma. Interesting. Yeah, there's something more than just barley malt there, isn't there?
Yeah, I'd imagine they're using, being Japan, they'd be using the rice as their adjunct.
Yeah, there'd be rice and corn. in
It'd
there.
be the rice.
Dente.
Yeah. What's that remind me of? I do get a sniff. It reminds me of a lot of Asian lagers that I have had over the time. It just have that smell there.
Yeah. Just top this up.
But there is a sweetness there too. Sitting.
Well, shall we plunge into the taste test?
Mate, I say it's Friday night. It's after 8 o'clock. Let's get into it.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Cheers is all.
If you enjoy this video and you want to be mates with the channel, just hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget about SwillinGrog either. It just helps us with YouTube, and helps us to one day hopefully be able to use YouTube to help buy some beer, so we can do this a lot more regularly.
There's a subtle sort of malt hit there. Yeah, it's quite light.
I'm picking up more body than what I expected in the beer.
Yeah.
I'm going off what I had that Suntory Magnum years ago. And I remember it's been watery and absolutely it was pretty ordinary, but first impressions, I'm getting a little bit of body, I'm getting a bit of sweetness. Maybe that high adjunct is lingering there. It's like a novice sweetness that maybe isn't quite malt.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different.
Yeah, definitely different. There's absolutely no bitterness to speak of with this.
No.
Yeah. Another sip.
I'd go far as saying to me, there is a little bit of a creamier texture to the beer.
You're quite right. Very creamy, yeah.
And super dry. That's like drying up big time.
It certainly goes down very smooth, yeah, but you're quite right. A very nice creaminess to it. It's on the light side to me. You know, it doesn't quite have that tang or that zing that you know, you typically get, but definitely a very pleasant creaminess. It's very easy drinking. That's for sure. Yeah.
Actually, it is. I am getting a little bit of lacing, so I didn't expect that because I'm, like I said, my previous beer with this style, I didn't think it laced or held any head retention. Head retention would be super hard with brewing these beers, I reckon.
Yeah. Because
obviously it's the barley that's giving the head retention. And the more you I will drop it down, the harder it gets.
I quite like it. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't blow me away.
I'll be honest with you, right? I'm not a big fan of the style. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of it. Obviously, we like more malty, like real malty beers and all that.
Yeah.
But for this style, I think it's pretty good. I'm really pleased with it. When I read about it, what it was, the style, I was like, oh no, what's this going to be like? But they've got a bit of sweetness there. They've got a bit of body to the beer. It is impelling you to keep drinking it because it absolutely finishes dry.
Yeah, for what it is, it's quite decent. Yeah, I'm enjoying it more than the the Aussie Cooper's made Sapporo. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's I've had that. Pretty sure I had that Sapporo Cooper's brewed on tap, and the clarity wasn't that great in the beer. I mean, the clarity in it was, I don't know what was going on. I wasn't. Yeah, I was disappointed in it. I even thought the Sapporo Canadian version was superior to it. They used to send it. That would just be pretty solid. But
now we get the Vietnamese one in the can at least. Yeah. it's all right, I guess.
Isn't it a shame? It's a shame that you can't buy more beers from where they come from because,
yeah,
you know, they're never going to be the same. And I think I mentioned, I done a little video the other day. I did purchase also that Heineken imported version, brewed in Netherlands. I'm going to compare it to the regular, and I'm going to do it blind, but I'm pretty confident the Netherlands will knock it out of the park.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Be very surprised if it doesn't.
But the worst thing is you are still paying a premium price. So
That's what I really think is wrong. Like,
yeah, it is. It
Mm.
is wrong. It's a rip.
Mm.
A lot of customers, people get ripped off all the time. You know that. It's, like you say, you always talk about the tax, the excise. It's just ridiculous. You should be able to have a beer without being ripped off by the government. You know, we all go to work. You know, we do our part society. We should be able to come home, unwind, and not have to, you know, decide. Oh, okay, do I get a carton of beer or I'll just get a 6-pack? You know, you should be able to buy a carton of beer and enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Without shelling out, you know, $50-$60.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you there. Yeah. I mean, it only seems to be getting worse, the situation.
It does.
Too. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
back onto this beer.
I mean, if it were widely available, would you buy it?
Yeah, would I buy it? I probably wouldn't because I'm not a huge fan of stock. But if I had a Japanese version of Sapporo, yeah, I would buy it. Or even Japanese Kirin, I'd buy that. I don't mind Kirin, I mean, I've had it. Or Japanese Asahi. And you've been to Japan. You've tried a lot of variants over there, so
yeah. No, that was great to have been able to do that. Yeah.
Did you ever try these strawberries there? The strawberries?
No, I wish. I was so close to it.
I hear they're really good.
Yeah. 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 No, I was gonna get some on the way back from when I went to this temple there, but I took a completely different route. I must have traversed most of Tokyo, like in my mind there. I was just spending all this time just walking around. Basically. Yeah.
So when you're in Japan, you had access to a lot of these beers. It's pretty commonplace. Are they in bottle shops there, or are they just like a?
I don't think I even went to a bottle shop. I was just going to 7-Eleven or Lawson Station, and just picking. They had, a great selection there. Interesting stuff.
Very similar to America.
Yeah, very similar to America.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, you don't even have to set foot in an actual bottle shop to get beer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different to here, gee, it's different. Like, we've got to go to a liquor shop and strict laws. It'd be very convenient if you could just go into get your petrol and grab a 6-pack while you're there. So that'd be handy.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Hey.
It ain't no big thing,
No.
It's just like, whoa, you've got to go through, the security, as you go into the bottle-o, people, obviously the security guy and the staff checking IDs and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're stringent where all that's concerned there too, but
I
don't know. It's just such a different experience. Like, I don't know. They seem to, have a place a bit more trust, in their citizens, a bit more liberated, I suppose you could say. Yeah.
Yeah, you treat like adults.
Yeah, society seems a bit more liberated. Well, I suppose, we shouldn't even cover off the price point because it's ludicrous here. Yeah. I mean, what we paid for these single cans and the postage and all that was more for the sake of trying it than anything. Yeah.
But if you do
Have
want
a
to try it,
real-
it was Richmond Cellars, wasn't it? Richmond Cellars
Old
down there
Richmond
in
Cellars,
Old
yeah.
Richmond. So
Yeah, I mean, they've got
yeah,
a really good selection of Asian beers, actually.
they do. They
Mm,
do. Like I said,
mm,
like I was saying off camera before, I've got Red Horse there. It's in
mm.
the fridge. I'm excited. I've been
I'm
excited for
excited
beer
for the
for a while.
review. Like,
Yeah, I'm excited to try it.
yeah, I tried so many times to get my hands on it in Australia and failed. Like, you know, they were out of stock, or I'd ordered it and then I got an email saying, "Oh, sorry, we don't have any more of this. Do you want a refund?" Then, like, I go to Hawaii the second time and go back to this bottle shop that I went to, an actual bottle shop that I went to the first time there, the only bottle shop there. And I, you know, like I was looking around in there because they had a great selection of spirits too. And look in the fridge and there's cans of Red Horse. I'm like, oh man, I was so excited.
Drinking Red Horse in Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it was a great experience too.
Do you ever remember where that was brewed?
Hong Kong.
Oh, it is Hong Kong as well. That's that bottle I've got is Hong Kong too. So
yeah, I mean it's strange. Like they got like quite the Filipino population, you know. Thus, but apparently no. If I remember rightly, it was the Hong Kong version that was imported to the US, and then you know obviously made its way to the state of Hawaii. They didn't actually get it from the Red Horse from the Philippines, but rather the stuff brewed under contract in Hawaii, in Hong Kong.
yeah, right.
Still, it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Very much so.
Anyway, we should probably have one last gulp of this and give it a score out of 10.
Sounds good, mate.
Okay. Yeah. Well, look, for me, all in all, it's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely a treat to be able to just drink an authentic Japanese brew. But yeah, there are much better ones out there. Even as far as this Hapushu style goes, like some of the Asahi ones that I had in Japan when I was there were pretty damn good. So I'd probably give this one a 7 out of 10. Yeah, for the style.
Yeah, I pretty much agree. I'd probably go like a B. Just a B, I reckon. It's light years better than the Centauri Magnum Dry I had years ago. Yeah, that was terrible. This though, yeah, I've actually drank it all. So
yeah, I
think I tipped the other one out. So and gave the remaining cans away to someone drank it. But yeah, so a B for the Sapporo Gold Star. Like I said, fantastic to review. Try a real Japanese beer, which is getting harder.
Oh yeah, very hard. But like I said, just look up Old Richmond Cellars. Maybe I'll include a link.
Yeah, put a link down there. Yeah,
put a link down there. But they've got the real Japanese Sapporo as well. I'm going to do a comparison between the authentic Japanese Sapporo and the Australian brewed one soon. So that's going to be interesting. But
you doing a blind or what?
I might do a blind, but yeah, I think I know who's going to win.
Yeah. Well, Cooper's lost Brooklyn, didn't they? They had that Brooklyn lager for a while, didn't they? They were brewing that and they lost the contract to that, I'm pretty sure.
Did they? Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, they it's just not the same. It's the way it is. It's not the same.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, folks. It's certainly been interesting, and yeah, with the ease of doing these collabs on Zoom, we'll probably do another one soon, I would imagine. We'll make sure it's something interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, compared to the old days, the old Skype days going back, what,
Yeah.
9 years ago or something, 10 years.
That
whatever it
Avaya
was.
software, God, it was unreliable.
Yeah, but no, it's been great. Thanks for having me, SwillinGrog. It's been great doing this review with you, mate, and
Yeah.
trying the Sapporo Gold Star.
All right, so until next time, folks, fare thee well, or
See you later.